Comfort is poison. That's the subject of today's daily dose of Greatness Quest. I hope you love the show.
Cowboy.
Welcome to a daily dose of Greatness Quest with your host, Trevor Crane, my daddy. He is going to help you take your life and business to the next level.
Here I come to save the day.
Trevor Crane here, 11-time #1 best-selling author and the founder of Epic Author Publishing, coming to you live every day so you can plug in every day to build your ideal business so you can live your ideal life.
If my daddy can do it, then anybody can do it because he's a weirdo.
You're supposed to make me sound cool.
All right, today's episode is not one that I love to share with you because on my morning walk and talk this morning, I did a little coaching with myself, I did a little meditation, and a little voice inside me rose up and used this phrase, comfort is poison, and basically told me that this is the challenge that's going on in my life right now. That I'm too comfortable with things with certain things in my life, and that my medicine is to tell you what's really going on. And this is not a happy, oh great, look at what I get to tell you. Like I like coming to the podcast to give you my insight of awesomeness. But instead, today I'm going to share with you my insight into my own challenges right now. And I've got a couple. One of them is that I have not been taking action with my daily plans. So if I have something scheduled on my calendar, I've just been completely breaking whatever I've got scheduled. And if I've set goals and for like doing something for my business or for marketing, and I set a deadline that it needs to be done by Friday, that it needs to be done by Wednesday, that I'm going to, I'm just not keeping my word to myself on those things. And I came up with the realization that this is maybe a few weeks ago, that I'm pretty meticulous, I'm pretty good with keeping my word to other people. Like if I make a commitment to you, if I make a commitment to my wife, if I make a commitment to another human, then I have something done by a certain time, I typically keep my word. Like I'll just about move heaven and earth to go ahead and make sure I keep my word. But I haven't been keeping my word to myself, and this was a realization that I thought, oh my God, I'm really selling myself short and being disrespectful to myself. And it is time to change that. It's time to be impeccable with my word, with myself. And I'd love to be able to report to you that, oh my God, I have just figured it out today. I haven't. I'd love to tell you that I've been impeccable with my word and my commitments to myself across the board, and I haven't. Now, I can give myself props. Like today's podcast episode is 160 in a row. That's every day I've recorded a daily podcast. This was a goal I made for myself, and it was a goal that I shared with you. And one of the reasons that I know that I do that is I know I have a little formula that I use to get things done. And I make a commitment. I know I'm good at doing things daily because I don't know. I've created that habit and pattern. If I do it daily and I commit to it publicly, and now I commit and I've got other people counting on me, then I do about whatever it takes to get it done. So that's kind of my formula. However, I need other formulas in my life. And I'm studying them right now. I'm doing so many things that are amazing. And I can give myself props. But that's not what today is about. Today is about comfort is poison. I heard this from one of my mentors. He was talking with someone on a coaching call. And I was listening in, because if you're not doing that, I highly recommend it and suggest it. You shouldn't just get coached by your mentors personally. You should listen into the coaching calls and sessions with other people. I think you're going to find, while some things are not relevant to you, you can find bigger epiphanies in the group conversation when you're just a fly on the wall. And when you're listening to someone else work with someone else, I've seen this so many times, it's not even funny. The epiphanies you can get when someone else is going through something that you might think initially has nothing to do with you. Whether it's a man or a woman, and it's going over something that is completely irrelevant to your world, your life, your challenges. I have found that it's some of the deeper insights you might find anywhere are those when you're watching someone else discover their own lessons about a situation that has nothing to do with you and is not relevant with your challenges whatsoever. And then all of a sudden you realize, oh my God, this is me. This was my lesson. This is what I was supposed to get. What I got the other day is that comfort is poison. I'm comfortable with my wife. I'm comfortable with my life. I'm comfortable with the amount of money I've made in my business. Now, I'm also not comfortable with those numbers. I know that I want them to change. But because I'm living in comfort, because I can buy what I want to buy, because I can do what I want to do, because I can go where I want to go, I'm finding that I'm not doing the things that are necessary to grow to the next level. And that the comfort is poison. So I'm going to give you a daily challenge today, and I'm going to ask you a question today so that you've got something. I'm not really trying to come to you as your teacher around this today. I'm just going to share with you my revelations that I have to massively change my patterns with how I'm approaching my goals, my challenges, and my daily actions with things. And I'm asking this question: where in my life is comfort getting in the way of the results I want? And for me, it's in my business. There's not a shadow of a doubt. I have big goals with my business. I want to help 10,000 authors become, 10,000 people become authors. And I created that goal because originally it was 100, then it was 1,000, and then I was talking to one of my mentors, and he was like, you need a bigger goal, and so let's just 10x that and make it 10,000. Like, why can't you help more people? Like, for fuck's sakes, like, how are you going to do it? And so we came up with a plan, and we've got a new offer in Epic Author Academy, and we adjusted our price and deliverables and tried to make everything so freaking crazy irresistible, it's insane. And to throw in everything that I can possibly do to help people follow through and get over their fears, and it's an insane package, it's an insane offer, and I've got a great training, so many trainings around it. And I have yet to launch it, and it has been months now. I like to say it's been weeks. It's been months. Months that I haven't done the things that I need to do. I've just been like slowly cooking. What's that reference to the frog? You throw a frog in boiling water, and he's going to feel the heat and feel uncomfortable. He's going to jump the fuck out. But if you put a frog in cold water or normal water, and then you slowly raise the temperature, he'll sit there and boil. So where in your life have you gotten comfortable, just like the frog, but the water has warmed up and you're boiling and you're cooking yourself? And I don't know if that's a perfect analogy, but it's working for me right now. And I know it is in my goal setting, my goal getting, my time management, and specifically around my business. And this is freaking insane, dude. Like, I am studying goals and time management and all that, and I'm implementing parts of it. And this is just, I'm just being frank with you guys. Like, I'm not a master of this yet. I'd like to say I am, but I'd be fucking completely lying to you. And am I proud to come to you to tell you that I'm struggling with this, that I get the ingredients to the recipe and I use half and celebrate myself about how cool I am because I'm doing half or a portion? You know, I've used this example before when I've hired someone. Have you ever done this? You hire someone to do a job and they do part of the job and then they expect to get paid. You know, like a painter, they come and they paint you hire them to paint your house, and they paint the front of the house and not the back of the house. And you're like, and they're like, hey, can I get paid? You should promise me $1,000 to paint your house. I'm like, Well, you didn't finish painting the house. Well, we painted the front. Can't we get paid for that? No, fuck, it didn't make, like, what are you going to hire a roofer to do your roof, and they, like, strip the roof and then don't put the roof back on? Like, if you don't do the whole job, it's not finished. Like, hey, someone's working on a car, and they're like, hey, we're building this great car, but we're just, we did everything. We just didn't put the engine in. We did everything. You got the engine in, we got everything. We didn't put the tires on. We just didn't have time to put the tires on. So now you've got this, but this car is amazing, and it's without tires. I'm trying to give myself analogies right here to discover whatever the hell it is I need to discover to just push myself over the line. But when you're comfortable, what? You don't get up off the couch and go to the gym. When you're comfortable, you don't do what it takes to finish the webinar and the offer and the funnel and the book and whatever it is. And I was told by the voice inside me today that instead of telling you I've got it all figured out and I've figured out the perfect system, that I found a chink in the armor. Pretty freaking gigantic one. To not like belittle it like and now wrap it all up with perfect finesse. No, I'm in the middle of my own little internal drama and recognizing that the fat ass that is looking back at me in the mirror, and I don't say that because I'm gigantically fat, I'm trying to say something critical to myself to stimulate me to get up and do the things that I need to do. Because what I need is a little bit of heat. I need boiling frickin' water, and I need some negative consequences for that are going to come into play if I don't do what I say I'm going to do. So I'm changing things dramatically today. Part of it is to acknowledge to you today on this podcast that I'm going through the challenges versus telling you I've gotten it all figured out. Not what I wanted to do. Much prefer to come to you when I've already figured something out, and it's awesome. And I'm like, oh my God, here's the formula. This is what I've done. Today I'm not doing that. I'm just telling you to ask the questions. Where in your life are you feeling the comfort is holding you back? Because you can delude yourself and lie to yourself that everything is going fucking peachy keen and it's just totally fine. And I ask questions about what rich people think and what rich people do as opposed to poor people. And then you and I can come up with all these great insights into what we learned or what we think. And rich people buy that and poor people buy that. And this is and money's not important and this isn't that important and all this stuff. Or we can tell the truth about what's going on in the cracks. And I freaking just think this is a truth, is that comfort is poison. If we don't put ourselves under pressure, my daughter doesn't want to do something. She doesn't want to go to the gym. She doesn't want to run harder. She doesn't want to do this. She doesn't want to do that. Like, if you don't put your body under pressure, if you don't stress your muscles, you turn into a fat ass. I've got someone who works for me, and she said that her father eats like a little kid. That he eats, chicken fingers and mac and cheese and, and he doesn't ever go to the gym and he's just comfortable and he works all day and then he gets home at the end of the day and then he's so exhausted, he eats shit food and then he just goes to sleep and then he gets up and he's like, he doesn't, and he's just living in comfort. And is he comfortable? Apparently fucking not. Apparently he's fat. I haven't met him, but apparently he's really fat and unhealthy. He doesn't have any energy, and he doesn't even have the energy. It's like it's the cycle, right? He doesn't work out. He doesn't go to the gym. He eats like shit. He works hard and gets stressed out about it, then comes home and repeats the fucking cycle. And I have energy to fucking spare. I will say that that's not one of my challenges. And part of the reason is that I exercise every fucking day. I mean, I that's not a habit that I have to change for myself. I'm fucking kicking ass on that. And I can brag about it and tell you, woo-hoo-hoo, look at me. I'm nearing 3,000 days in a row where I've exercised every single day. And I can focus on that and completely ignore the areas of my life where I am letting myself down, breaking my word to myself, and it sucks. So I would challenge you to look at your own life and say, where are you? What are you ignoring? And are you getting by because it's comfortable? And you can be getting by and have it be comfortable and be broke. And we can get accustomed to anything. Where are in your life is the water fucking boiling, but you recognize you are the frog and you're not happy with the circumstances, but the temperature raised just a little bit at a time. Is it in your relationships? Are you in a relationship that sucks or has no passion? Are you struggling with your health or your weight or your business or your money or your connection with your inner voice, with your connection with your spirit and soul? I'll go to you again with the 4 categories that I've been focused on lately, and I just think they're completely brilliant. Body, being, balance, and business. Are you not connected with your spouse, your kids? Do you have people that you hate or dislike or are tolerating during the day? Like, what are you just fucking accepting in your life? And my guess is that there's some areas that you need to look at, or they're going to sit there and fucking poison you and boil you. They are for me. I don't think I'm unique. I guess maybe the gift in this is at least I get to share with you something that's truly freaking going on for me. And I don't like it. And I'm embarrassed to talk about it. Not really embarrassed. I'm just challenged to do it. This doesn't make me feel powerful and helpful. Makes me feel shitty. I'm like a loser. But at least I can tell you the truth of what's going on and that it's not all fucking roses all the time. There's a lot of things that are going great, but what is not? Okay? And then how do you raise the heat? And that's what I got to figure out. I got to figure out what is the stimulus, what is the thing that's going to push me over the edge. And today is the beginning of it, and I will report back to you when I fucking nailed this. I can't wait. I'm not going to report back to you tomorrow that I figured it out, or next week that I finally fucking got it. I'm going to actually master this, stop this pattern, be impeccable to my word to myself, own my fucking time management and my calendar and my schedule, pick my priorities so that I'm not distracted, and then continually put myself into pressure and under the fire and into uncomfortable situations and put myself into the uncomfort so that I can grow just like a muscle under pressure. Because we need pressure. Versus fucking swimming pools and pina coladas and fucking ice cream and all the happy-dappy shit where nothing fucking happens. Go watch another fucking movie. Go watch a Netflix special. Go read another happy book. Go do all the same fucking patterns you've been doing, and you're going to get the same fucking results. And that's great, because you have a great life, and I know you're great. But it's not even fucking close to where you need to be, where you want to be. I don't know anybody that's just happy, stagnant where they are. Like, oh my God, this is so great. I'm right here. This is the way it's going. I hope it just stays like this forever. Okay, there are times that I feel that way. That's a fucking problem. There are times I'm like, oh my God, this is so good. But hey, man, everything ends. And things change. And when the change comes, I want to be prepared. That's all I got for you today. It's longer than I wanted to go. Sorry about that. But I was taking you on a journey inside my own head today. And my own heart and whatever. Go out there, make today magnificent. I'm not going to let this have me have a bad day. This is a great fucking epiphany. And it's a great step in the right direction to acknowledge my truth and then to have a plan to go frickin' change something. So, make today magnificent. I'll see you tomorrow, another daily dose of Greatness Quest.
To get even more awesomeness, which means all my best stuff, download my app by texting Trevor to 36260. It will show up right on your cell phone. Just text message the word Trevor to 36260. Talk to you soon.